I'm not the same Brooklyn you knew.
The Season 2 trailer for Jurassic World Chaos Theory has just revealed a brand new group that want to save dinosaurs. The Dinosaur Liberation Now. This was introduced to us by some random person in a mask, but who exactly is this person? Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Jurassic World Chaos Theory Season 2 video. In yesterday's video, we covered a brand new theory that's probably one of the most interesting ones that we have made so far, so today we're continuing that as we begin to theorize who this person behind the Raptor Mask truly is in Chaos Theory Season 2. So make sure you're sat back and ready to learn, as we have quite a few possible characters that fit the description. We're on our way to 250,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so if you're feeling really generous today, why not subscribe to help us out? It doesn't affect you negatively whatsoever, it's completely free, and with a new season of Chaos Theory, a brand new movie next year, along with 2 major Jurassic video games coming soon as well, you're really going to want to stick around for a while, so that you don't miss anything that's going on with this franchise. But for now, once you're sat back, relaxed, and enjoying your G Fuel after using code SWERVE, it's time to learn exactly who could be behind the mask in Jurassic World Chaos Theory Season 2. So what information do we have regarding this person with the Raptor Mask so far? Well, most people are going to say that it is most likely a man due to the voice. But what those people are neglecting is that there's something called a voice changer. Whether you're a man or a woman, a voice changer has the very simple capability of morphing your voice to sound like the opposite gender. So therefore, to just suggest that it is a man based off the voice is merely naive to think so. So regarding this, we don't really have too much information to go off. Literally, all we have is the slight skin tone on their neck, the Raptor Mask, and also the clothes that they are wearing. Regarding the skin tone, it's very hard to work out whether it's a darker skin tone or a lighter skin tone to try and work out who this person could be, merely because once again, the chin can cause a shadow, but also the light from the fire can diffuse the light differently to reflect off of the skin of the person. Therefore, the colour of the skin is very hard to work out. So going off what we do know so far, we only really have what they say, and that's them being part of the Liberation Now group, which is a brand new group that seems to want to liberate these dinosaurs and let them free into the wild. So it's very hard to go off and try to work out what this is, so now it's time to bring in external factors to work out these 4 theories that I have for you today to suggest who exactly this person could be. Here we go with Theory 1, Brooklyn. So why do we think that Brooklyn is the person behind the mask? Well, in the video clip, the way that Ben discovers that Brooklyn is still alive is that in the background you can quite clearly see Brooklyn's face, but you can also see the Raptor Mask on the side as well. So this kind of confirms to me in some way that Brooklyn is playing a part with the Dinosaur Liberation Now group. Whether or not she is the true person behind the mask or she just works with them, that's another question. But hypothetically speaking, if we were to say that she is indeed the person behind the mask, the question remains, why would she just go ahead and leak her face out there like it's nothing? As we know, she had followers of 23 million people online, and she made loads of videos. I'm fairly certain that she knows about leaks, and she'll be very cautious about leaking her own face in this supposed discreet mask video where she doesn't want her identity to be known. So why on earth she would leak her face out there, I really don't know. It seems like a very rookie thing to do. So that's the only real thing that's kind of making me think she isn't the person behind the mask, because it just doesn't make sense for her to leak her face out there whatsoever. But either way, I do believe there is some kind of connection here between the person with the mask and Brooklyn herself. Not only that, but we do know that Brooklyn is in the thick of it all. She's basically running around, selling dinosaurs, getting big money. She's now trying to stay away from the Nublar 6. She's doing all of this crazy stuff now, and she probably knows who the broker is as well. So she is in the thick of it, and I won't be surprised if she wants to have a little bit more danger in her life and become that person behind the mask. But just a little bit more information that we get from the trailer, we see that the person in the Raptor Mask is seen burning stuff, probably doing arson, which is highly illegal. But then again, later in the trailer, we also see that Brooklyn is burning a picture, Now, obviously, people can burn pictures, people can burn other stuff, it's not tied to just one person. But I do think this is kind of the trailer's way to try and put a connection between these two characters and maybe say that they are one. The Raptor Mask person burning something at the start of the trailer, and then the trailer ends with Brooklyn burning something at the end of the trailer. Whilst I'm not saying only one person can burn stuff, I would say that this is a nice neat editing technique here. But that's all the information that we have to suggest that it could be Brooklyn. So now we move on to theory number 2. The Raptor Handler. The Raptor Handler was first introduced in Chaos Theory Season 1, and she quickly became a very interesting character. Sometimes people's favourites, sometimes not their favourites. But what we can say is that she is a very interesting character merely because we don't know anything about her besides the fact that she can somewhat control the Atrociraptors. And why is that important? Well, the Raptor Mask that this person is wearing could represent how close she is with the Atrociraptors. As we know, when we think of Atrociraptors, we typically think of Siona Santos and Jurassic World Dominion, but when we focus merely on the animated scene, we think of the Raptor Handler and the Atrociraptors themselves. Therefore, having a Raptor Mask could represent the connection she has with the Atrociraptors. Now furthermore, we have never heard this character talk whatsoever. We did hear her whisper, and we did make a video I think last week discussing how the voice actor is already credited for the Raptor Handler. Therefore, they probably have intentions to have the Raptor Handler talk at some stage. So I have a feeling that this is somewhat the way that they are going to reveal it. The Raptor Handler is the person behind the Raptor Mask, they're talking, we're wondering who that person is who's talking because we don't know anything about them, which is in contrast to the person we know what they look like but we don't know what they sound like. And then maybe at the end of the season, we'll be able to see that person take off the mask and it's revealed to be the Raptor Handler. I think that would be pretty cool. Now not only that, but they wear very similar colour schemes of costumes. Now it's not quite the same jacket that she is wearing in the first season of Chaos Theory, but if we do look at the shoulders and the posture, they look remarkably similar as well. Again, this is just animation, so it is very hard to work out stuff based off their posture because again, animation is animation, it's not live action. But either way, similar colour scheme, similar posture, there's a chance it could lead towards this being the Raptor Handler. And finally, furthermore, the Raptor Handler could be working with Brooklyn, since we do know that Brooklyn had eyes in the area in episode 10. Now, whether or not this is Ronnie who is working for the DPW, or this could be maybe even the Raptor Handler, that's completely up to debate, but we do know that she sees an image of what seems to be the Allosaurus being moved across into an enclosure, or a container shall I say. Therefore, Brooklyn does have somebody with eyes on the ground in that area. Since we see that Ronnie is near the same area where she first appeared in episode 1, I can only assume that somebody in that area, maybe even Mateo or the Raptor Handler, sent photos of what is going on to Brooklyn. So there could be some kind of connection here. Next up, theory 3. The Broker. The Broker hasn't really quite been revealed just yet on who exactly this person is. Whilst the trailer does reveal some really interesting details about what their plan is, it seems like we don't really know who the person is quite yet until we'll finally get to watch the season for ourselves. Now we did make I think 2 videos actually, not just a video, 2 or 3 videos regarding who the Broker is a couple months ago, and we strongly suspect it to be Siona Santos from Jurassic World Dominion, merely because she's buying, selling and shipping dinosaurs across the globe, so there's a chance that we could see the backstory of her, especially since the Atrociraptors that she knows a lot of information about, by the way, appears in Chaos Theory. We just kind of put this together quite well. If you want more information about why this theory makes sense, you're welcome to go watch that video. But we strongly suspect this to be Siona Santos. So whether this is Siona Santos or the Broker is someone else, they could be the person here behind the mask. Merely because I think since we know that we're going to see Brooklyn, we know that we are going to meet with the Broker, adding a third person into that, a third big person, part of this Dinosaur Liberation Now group, I feel like that would just make the whole storyline a bit too cluttered, let's say. And not only that, it's very unlikely, to me at least, that the Broker would be part of a Dinosaur Liberation group if they're selling and creating their own dinosaurs. Why would they want the dinosaurs to be free? Because then that just means less opportunity to sell and make more money. Therefore, that just really confuses me. And now we move on to our 4th and final theory for today's video. This could literally be anyone new or old. Some people even suggest Brandon, Darius's brother, because why on earth would they just bring him back, the same voice actor by the way, just for that one line on the phone call with Darius in episode 1 of season 1. It just seems a bit much to do such a thing, and to not have Brandon play a part to some degree. Now, if this was to be Brandon, then this would actually match a very similar cause to Darius's job when he was working at the DPW. Maybe Brandon was very upset that Darius left the DPW, and he wanted to continue his brother's legacy in helping these dinosaurs, therefore Brandon set up the Dinosaur Liberation Now group. Now, that's a very light theory, there's not really too much to go off it, so I wouldn't even class it as too much of a theory, more of an idea, but either way it's still interesting to think of. But again, whether this is old or new, it could quite equally be literally anyone, even if we have never seen them before. Season 1 introduced us to brand new characters such as Mateo, who ended up playing not a big important role, but a big enough role to remember his character. And it looks like we are going to be getting a new character called Zaina, who seems to be going with the Nublar 5 here in West Africa. Therefore, they could literally introduce anyone brand new and random into this Dinosaur Liberation group. So overall, it could literally be anyone new or old, maybe even Dave or Roxy, who knows. So there we have it. Truthfully, we don't actually know who exactly is behind the mask just yet. Obviously, it will be revealed in the show once it releases on October 17th, but for now, it's all up for debate as there's many possibilities. Brooklyn, the Handler, Santos, even Brandon, who knows? But for now, it's just us discussing amongst each other, so why not head on down to the comments and leave your thoughts below and chat amongst yourselves. And whilst you're there, feel free to also subscribe to the channel and like the video if you enjoyed, but most importantly, make sure you're all staying safe out there, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye. Hello, hi, you. Did you enjoy the video? Just a little reminder to press that like button and also subscribe. I just want to thank my Patreons for this month on screen right here, as giving me that little extra support really does go a long way. But anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day.